Next, we're going to take out these screws right here, and there's some on both sides, and that is a regular Phillips. Okay? And taking out the Phillips releases some kind of a clamp inside, which you can see here, and that clamp clamps on here, in here, and it clamps there, so the whole thing just comes off, okay, as one big plastic piece. And there is a picture of the Phillips screwdriver. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take off the next screw that gets revealed, which is this one. And let's see what happens with this. Okay, well, that's not working. Okay. Next, we have to take out these two screws here, Phillips, and which I've already done on this side. And then we can just kind of wrestle this guy right off. That's all it takes. And as you can see, there's a screw here, there's a tab here, two screws here, and that's pretty much the whole shooting match. Okay, next panel off. Now I'm going to go do the other side, and I believe that we're starting to get to the right stuff. Okay, good. I'm going to do the other side now. Okay, next we are going to take out the bolts. There's only two bolts, one there and one in here. Only two bolts that hold it. Then I'm going to go to the other side and show you that there are a bolt here, and there is a hidden bolt in here that you should use. You have to use an open-ended wrench. Hopefully you have a ratchet set. I'm too stupid, I don't have one. But anyway, those are the only four bolts that hold in the bottom cushion. Okay, that's our next job. Okay, so as we can see, the bottom is starting to come up. You see that? But there are these blue connectors here, and they are connecting the wiring to the bottom of the seat. So that's my next challenge, how to get rid of these guys. Okay, so the way I got these out is to grab them by the neck and wiggle back and forth, and they come out. Okay, so I just wiggle and pull, needle nose pliers, and you'll be okay. So I've cut that one loose. I've cut that blue guy down there loose. He went in, I think, to that hole there, and I cut a bunch of zip ties loose to get these guys loose. Now you notice on mine there is some kind of a connector here to some kind of an air reservoir. I don't know what that's about, but I got to disconnect that. And then it appears that there's one more wire down there that goes up into the system. So we'll have to take a good look at that one. Okay. Wish me luck with this one. I'm going to show you a technique on how to do these using a tiny zip tie. When I come back, I'll show you how it works. So if you can see here, I actually put a little zip tie through one side of this four-way thing. Okay, and then I'm going to spin it so the screwdriver can get to one of the other corners. So this kind of helps, and you can put more than one zip tie in if you're ambitious. But anyway, this is a little trick. Try putting a couple zip ties in, and this thing will let go pretty easy. So the good news is that the bottom seat cushion has been removed. The bad news is that this wire is still attached, and there's no socket down there. The good news is, if you follow the wire, it goes to a plug of some sort down here, and I think we can unplug it so it goes with the couch, with the cushion. So let me work on that. Okay, here's a better view. I flipped the seat over. This is actually the plug that we're looking for. And if you look, you can see, you can't really see it, but anyway, take my word for it. That's the one we're looking for. Now, it's my belief that I have to put a screwdriver in this little slot here to release it. That's my thinking, because there's no other obvious release. So wish me luck, I'll do it. Okay fans, I did get it done, and you can see that there is a barb on this, and it goes in only one way, because you can see there's this little tab on it, so it has to go in this way, and the barb is there. So you got to stick a screwdriver down between these two places to release the barb. And I must confess, I used a pair of needle nose pliers and put some significant pressure on it to get it to let go. And for the record, there's a barb on this side too. Yikes. I don't have much wisdom for you. I just used some muscle on it. What could I tell you? Okay, sports fans, we did it. Ready? Oh my God. There it is. Ta-da! The seat is removed. And notice, yes, that wire does go with it. Okay? Oh, good job.